When did you decide that you wanted to study something like this?
Sure. My undergraduate degree is in physics and astronomy. I was planning on doing a PhD studying quasars. But in my last year of undergrad, I took a class in climate science. And it completely shocked me. I knew that climate was changing. I knew that humans were responsible, but I kind of categorized this problem with, we have biodiversity loss and air pollution and water pollution and all these environmental issues. I didn't realize that climate change affects people. The number one reason why I care about climate change is because it affects us. It affects our society, our civilization. Why? Because we have almost 7.5 billion people today. And so if sea level rises 3 feet, if we lived in Houston or New Orleans or New York 1,000 years ago and sea level rose a few feet naturally, you just pick up your tent and you move. But today, if sea level's rising, which it is, you can't just pick up Houston and move it. Today, if we can't grow the crops that we're used to on our family farm, we can't just pick up our tent and move to Kansas and say, I'll have a new farm here. Somebody already owns that land. We are vulnerable to a changing climate because we have 7.5 billion people, and every acre of arable land on this planet is already allocated, and all of our big cities are built.
What made you decide to come to Texas Tech?
Texas is unique for a couple of different reasons. First of all, Texas is unique because it is literally in the crosshairs of climate and weather disasters. I'm teaching a class right now for graduate students from all across the university who are interested in learning how climate and weather disasters affect our lives. If you look at the last 20 years, Texas has over $80 billion plus weather and climate disasters. And I'm not talking about climate change, I'm just talking about the fact that we are vulnerable naturally to almost everything you can imagine. I mean, what don't we get here? We get ice storms and hailstorms, we get winter blizzards and heat waves, we get droughts and hail and hurricanes and tornadoes, and we get everything. So we are naturally vulnerable to climate and weather risks. What is climate change doing? It's taking the dice, which say you always have a chance of rolling a double six. That's that extreme weather event, that record-breaking drought, that Category 5 hurricane. It's taking those dice, and climate change is sneaking in and changing one of the numbers on the dice when we're not looking. So all of a sudden the risk of that Category 5 hurricane has just increased. The risk of that record-breaking heat wave has increased. What does that mean for Texas? It means that we were already at risk before, and our risk is increasing in a changing climate. So in many ways, Texas is like ground zero for understanding how climate change is affecting us. It's not just about the polar bear, it's about our water resources, it's about our agriculture, and it's about our economy. That's why we care.